topic, because you're the expert, Laura. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to talk about something that I cannot wait. How can we create videos that sell for affiliate marketers? How
Oh
are you,
my
Laura?
goodness, that I'm doing wonderful. And this is a great subject because there's a lot of people that do not know how to make content. And I always say it doesn't matter how great your product is, if you can't talk about it the right way, you're going to miss out on everything. So the great thing is, it's all about the hook, your call to action, what you say, the words that come out of your mouth. It all talks about what SEO words you're using and your hashtags. That's those things are prime secret sauce to how to make good content.
So when you talk about affiliate marketers, you really got to know your product first, right? Before
Yes,
you even start making content, right?
I agree. Totally 100%.
So kind of talk about how you kind of prepare yourself with that content and then how that content's going to convert.
Well, first of all, the first thing is I always say in a formula, the PAS, your one thing is it's a formula that talks about the pain point, your agitation, and your call to action. So learning your product is first because you want to know how is it going to help your ideal client. But not only that, it's really understanding how to help them because you know their pain point. So when you know their pain point, and then you're going to help them with their pain point in a way that you're talking about those 3 points of PAS, that's critical. So that's one thing. There's so many things in so many ways that we can talk about this, but it is crucial to know your product. What benefits does your product have to give solutions to people's problem?
And what I've noticed with you is you always choose something that's going to be able to fix the pain problem, right?
Yes, yes. I don't do anything for myself. It's always about how can I help other people? And so when you know people's pain problems, their obstacles, their headaches, their anxiety, their fear, what keeps them up at night, when you understand them so well that I know, are they married or not married? Do they have kids? Where do they shop? I mean, I know everything about that. Then you're going to be able to do content because if you just talk about your product, woo, 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 it's not going to work. But when you dive in deep to hit their pain points and help them solve their pain points, that's another ball game.
All right. So let's talk about once we know the product,
Yeah.
we're going to have to either shoot the video or just basically decide to go ad lib and then post it. So kind of explain that process because we're not just ready to shoot the video yet. We know the product. We're still not ready.
Right. You have to pick out your topic, and your topic is all going to be about your SEO. What is the SEO? So, what I do is let's take, for instance, TikTok. If you go into TikTok, you're going to go in the search bar, or you're going to go into Content Creator Insights, Research Insight. Yeah, Content Creators Insight. You're going to go to them and really find out what people are searching for. Once you find that, then you've got your title. It might be how to make more money, how to have more financial freedom. I'm stuck doing this, that, or whatever. Once you come up with the title with that, I'm distracted. So you got to definitely get rid of that one. My phone was ringing and just started distracted. Okay. Okay, we're starting over. Okay, so the first thing is you want to make sure that you find your hook. Your hook is what's going to stop the scroll and get people to open it up. But how do you find what hook? Well, you need to go to whatever platform that you're on. Let's give an example of TikTok. And I'm going to go into the search bar of TikTok and I'm going to find out what people are searching. So I'll say, like, how to make more money. Okay, this is going to give me all the SEO words. There you go. And there's your title right there. And then once you have that, you want to make sure you use those SEO words throughout your whole content. It's going to be through your mouth 3 times. It's going to be in your hashtags. It's going to be in your body of what you write, your description. That's the key.
And it's interesting because then people know what content they're looking at when they're scrolling.
Yes, they'll know exactly what they're looking for. Yeah, because what happens is they will actually put it in the bar how to make more money. And if you did everything right on your content, you are now on the For You page. And when you get on the For You page, you're going to have more eyeballs on your platform. And if they like what they see, now they're going to binge watch your information. So that's why it's so critical to have great content, because you want people to go to your platform. You want them to binge watch your stuff. So that's why you want to try to do really good content, but meets all the requirements of whatever platform that you're on. And in TikTok, it's what are people searching for? I can pick a topic out of the air, but if nobody's searching for it, it's not going to get seen.
And then explain that. That's another thing that affiliate marketers don't understand. What if this is a topic that won't be searched? You picked a product that really isn't getting searched on TikTok or Facebook or somewhere else. Then it's going to be harder for those people to find it.
Well, the thing is there's so many different products out there. You can sell anything online, but how are you going to word it to be able to hit the pain points and give a solution to your ideal client? And how you do that is you could either go into Google, and when you go to Google, you want to search all the way down to the bottom where it says people are searching, and those are topics that people are searching. You can go to the bar in Instagram. You can go to the search bar in TikTok and just put those words in, and it'll tell you how many people are searching. Like on TikTok, it'll have the X or the check mark on the right hand side. If it has an X, bad topic. If it has a check mark, that's a good topic. So there's just a lot of different things that you can search for to find out what people are searching for. There's a whole bunch of websites and everything. And if you need that, you just need to reach out to me because I'll give them to you.
All right. Well, fantastic. And so then, okay, you come up with your copy. You're ready to go. Now it's time to shoot. That's when people get nervous, right? Camera lights on. What
Yes,
should we do?
the camera light's on. Well, and make sure you know what you're going to say. So if you are nervous and you're just like, I just can't go live, then make sure that you use your screen. TikTok has a prompt in here that, what's it called? What's it called when you, we're going to do this one over too. What's it called? Where
The
you,
hook.
it reads it for you.
Oh, reads. A teleprompter.
Okay, teleprompter. So let me start over.
You gotta
So
go with teleprompter. Yeah.
okay. All right. So here's the thing. If you want to go live on TikTok, but you're kind of nervous, or you want to do a video on any platform, there's teleprompts on your cell phones. You can do it on TikTok. TikTok has one where you are reading it and nobody can tell because they have it positioned just right where your eyes are just barely moving and nobody could ever tell. That would be the first one. The second thing is especially on any platform, any video that you do, there's CapCut. And so you could just keep on, like I can have my notes here, read a sentence, and then do my film, and then read a sentence and do my film, and then you just cut out all the little, um, spaces that need to be deleted. There's just so many different ways to do that. I don't need to do any of that because I've been doing this so long that it comes natural to speak, and I just like maybe 2 cuts, 3 cuts, and I'm done. But a lot of people don't have that. They can't do that. They're just starting. So it's like make sure you have your notes, teleprompter, CapCut, or just take a couple cuts. And you can actually video, record, hit stop, record, hit stop, and just keep doing that way. But I always say, this is going to be funny, start with the mirror. And what I mean by a mirror is when you look at yourself in the mirror and you talk to yourself, get that energy up. Nobody wants to hear someone talk like this and how are you doing? But when you're like this and you're lively and you're using animation, people are more likely to stay on and listen longer, right? But the key thing is I use that mirror all the time and tell all my customers and clients, because sometimes you just need to look in the mirror and go, and you've got it, you can do it, let's go for it. And then you just get that energy and sit up straight and project right. There's just so many techniques you could do.
Now, once you've figured out also when you're speaking, you can't speak to everyone, right? You have to really find and niching down. You talk about this so much on our podcast when you go on the podcast or you talk in social media about make sure you're niching down to an audience when you're speaking for videos, right?
Okay.
So I was saying making sure you niche down to audiences. Explain that.
Yes, you want to make sure that you're niche down to your audience because when people know that you are talking to them is when you hit their pain points, when you're talking about the things that they're struggling with, they're like registering going, "Oh my gosh, that's me. That's me. I Laura understands me. She gets me." And when you connect to your audience that way, they're going to listen more to what you have to say.
That's key. Because if they don't do it, forget about it. And because if you speak to too many people, then it's not going to resonate and you're not going to get to the right people.
Yeah, and remember, if you speak to everyone, you speak to nobody. I mean, you can't just general and everything. When you narrow down that specific, what their dreams, their visions, their aspirations are, what are they dealing with this week? What are they dealing with tomorrow? What are they thinking about? When you know everything about your ideal client, I'm telling you, you're going to resonate with them. They're going to listen to you more, and they're going to keep coming back because you are talking directly to them. They'll even say, is she reading my notes? Is she reading my notebook? That's the amazing.
So once you finish and you post it, the work's not done yet, right?
The work is not done yet because you do have to put your description in, you have to put your SEO words in, you have to put your hashtags in, and you better make sure you turn that caption on because there's so many people, and this is a key thing that most people are missing. When you don't turn your caption on, you're missing a whole audience. Why? Because there are people working, and if you don't have the caption on, they can't turn their phones on. They're at work. But if you have your captions on, they can read it and they'll stay longer. So your captions are critical to have on every reel, every video, and every live that you do.
And that's interesting. How do you get them on lives? So you can have them captioned on live. Do you set that up at the beginning of a live?
Yes, I set it up. Like I just did a live in my Facebook group. So when I did that, I've always set it up at the very beginning and it just comes on automatically all the time now. So you just got to set this stuff up.
So after that's done, you've posted, let it go out to the audience. Are you done now?
No, absolutely not. And I highly recommend that if you're going to put a video out, I would do a little bit before and a little bit after. The platforms know when you are connecting, when you're participating, and when you're active. And if you think you're just going to put a post out there and it's going to do great, you're wrong. They really want to know that you're connecting. So no matter what platform that you're on, I'll do a little bit before and do a little bit afterwards. And what I'll do is I'll make sure that I'm watching the video all the way through. Most platforms, you can speed it up, number one. Number two is you want to make sure that you're either saving it, you're sharing it, you're commenting 5 words or more because that's crucial. And you want to make sure that you're, leaving a comment and letting them know, not that like, hey, this was great. No, the platforms know when you're putting real messages in there like, oh, I love your tip number one, or I'm going to use that tip. Thanks for sharing. That's the key of connecting, relating, and showing the platforms that you're participating.
And following up with the people that have engaged with your content is the way it's going to convert, right?
Yeah, when you want something to convert, you want to make sure that you are engaging backwards. So back to them. So if they are making a comment, I don't leave it just there. I'm like, hey, thanks so much for responding. Thanks for letting me know that you like number one. Thanks for letting me know that you're going to put this to use. I'd really like to hear from you in about a week. It's always going back over and over again. And that's how you're going to get people is when you build that relationship and letting them know that you care. And I always pick like about 20 of them that I'm going to, keep engaging and stuff. So,
Right. Okay. What else would you say about content that converts from videos?
say that again.
What would you say about content converts when you're doing video? Anything else to add for our audience?
No, I don't know what you're looking for.
Oh, well, I'm just asking something part of the expertise level. Just like what else would you
Um,
recommend people are trying to create videos to convert affiliate marketing?
a good way to convert something is also take your lives and break it up and use it for your videos, no matter what platform. You know, everyone knows here that I use Facebook and TikTok are my biggest platforms. And so what I'll do is I'll take whatever live I'm doing, whatever video I'm doing, and I will even break up that. So I have now new content. You'd be surprised of what you could use, a 10-second, a 7-second. Believe me, they all work. You know why? Because every audience is different. And when you break it up, like, wow, that was really good. That one tip, like you've got 5 tips, but you just use one in a small little 7 to 10 second. That is a great way to save you time and to be able to use other content.
All right. Best place to go. Where can we connect with you?
You can reach me at Laura at laurawhite360.com.
And follow you on all the social medias. Thanks again, Laura.
Thank you.
All right.